Senior Mercy, as she was called by the students, started calling their attention once again. "Hey, students, come here." Daberechi mistakenly looked back, and the senior gestured for her to summon Chidi. So Chidi reluctantly acknowledged the call, knowing the consequences of refusing. Daberechi waited by the staircase, giving them room to discuss. However, Senior Mercy, being captivated by Chidi's composed nature, engaged her in a conversation, asking about her family and background. Chidi cautiously answered thoughtfully, maintaining a delicate balance between disclosure and discretion. Senior Mercy then proposed a school guardianship to be a school mother to Chidi, expressing a desire to mentor her, which she told Chidi to convey to her parents over the weekend. Chidi, taken aback but respectful, agreed to consider her parents' perspective about it. As that week drew to a close, Chidi found herself Chukwulota. She has heard so many horrible things concerning school daughters and their school mothers, how they initiate each other in their ungodly societies. But pondering to an interval, she drew some light to it, having the mind that there are still some good ones among them. That she was pondering about when the bell for dinner rang. It was Daberechi, who was also her roommate, that reminded her that it was time for dinner, because she was lost in thoughts. "Oh, Dabere, I was lost in thoughts," Chidi pointed as Daberechi tapped her. "How do you mean?" asked Daberechi softly. "Oh dear, I didn't tell you what the senior called me for," as her attention was diverted after our discussion, "and you didn't even bother to ask me what we are discussing that took a pretty long time," Chidi said. "Why should I be disturbing my brain? What else if not for you to become high school daughter?" Daberechi suggested. "Precisely," Chidi confirmed. "And what did you tell her?" Daberechi demanded in a childlike manner, with her curiosity getting the best of her. "We concluded that I would confide in my parents when I get home for the weekend," Chidi said plainly. "But what do you have in your mind, if I may ask?" Daberechi asked. "Well, if I'm to say, I like that senior due to her intelligence and self-control in this school. I want someone I will learn more good manners from. I sincerely need an erudite, astute, put together kind of and God-fearing school mother. I need not the relationship of ostentatious, indolent, and broad seniors. But one thing baffles me most," Chidi complained, looking at Daberechi's face to catch her expression. "Go on, I'm listening," Daberechi assured. "It's how the so-called school mothers and daughters initiate each other into their ungodly societies. Again, since I am engaged as a boarding student, I'll never have my own say. I'll keep dancing to the tune of my school mother," Chidi opined. "There is nothing to fear, Chidi. You are on the right track, I must confess. The senior prefect, Senior Mercy, is the signature of all eyes in this school, as you can see. I admire her street cred, how she relates with everyone in this school. She always lends a sympathetic ear to the juniors and never uses a harsh voice on us either. She's an epitome of what a girl should be, and she portrays that legacy of a well-bred child. She's in the same class with my school mother. She's so diligent in her studies and does not ravish her time for pleasure, and she has no time of making a show of her exquisite beauty, regardless of her well-sculptured physique, with good moral etiquette, and she's a down-to-earth damsel. It's better you agree to what she had told you, so you will not regret it later in the future, for an adage has it that heart I know usually comes at last," Daberechi advised Chidi smoothly. "Well, Dabere, you will agree with me that I don't have that right to say yes or no yet till I hear from my parents, for they are my source of being in this school. I mean, they are the people that enrolled me here to further my academic ambition," Chidi protested. "That's good of you," Daberechi admired. Later that week, by the weekend, Chidi took permission from the school authority and went home. Her aim was to retrieve some of her provisions and textbooks she left behind, which her parents were aware of, and to inform her parents about her conversation with Senior Mercy. Chinua, as she was fondly called by her family, "Why have you returned from school? We weren't expecting you so soon," her father inquired. "Well, Dad, I came back to collect those of my textbooks and provisions I left behind. Besides, there are only a handful of students at the school, as classes have not really been that serious, and I've got something bothering me I want to discuss with you, Mom," Chidi explained as they settled in the living room. "Oh, I see. Please accept apologies for not bringing them to you. Your mother and I have been occupied with various commitments, and there is no one else in the house familiar with your school and its routine. We sincerely apologize and know you've already forgiven us," Chidi's father pleaded, observing his wife's expression, which expressed approval. "My dear parents, there is nothing to forgive. You are the reason I'm in that school. Besides, I managed with what I had gone back with," Chidi honestly expressed. "That's a smart move, Chidi, and you are such a wonderful daughter," her father said as her mother affectionately stared at her. "Thank you, Dad," Chidi replied. However, her father in his gentle way advised her never to leave school again without informing them first. She apologized and later disclosed her encounter with Senior Mercy to her parents and all that they discussed. The senior was responsible and God-fearing. With their blessing, Chidi returned to school, informing Senior Mercy of her parents' approval. Their relationship flourished, and the senior became a guiding light in Chidi's school life. Not long after 2 weeks of their school resumption, Chidi's friend Daberechi was transferred to another school, causing their relationship to drift apart. Their communication initially transitioned to phone calls, letter writing, and emails, sustaining their connection as Daberechi at her new school until they eventually lost touch. However, this led to a new friendship blossoming between Chidi and Adaobi, a girl who just got enrolled in Chidi's school the week that Daberechi transitioned to her new school. During a break at school one day, Chidi went to her former classroom, JSS 1A, to recopy her lost fine art notes. The classroom was sparsely populated, mostly with new students. As Chidi settled in and started copying her notes, the owner of the locker arrived. Adaobi was tall and elegant, with a captivating presence like Chidi. She noticed Chidi using her locker and chair, and with a warm smile, both exchanged glances, and Chidi asked, "Excuse me, are you the owner of this locker and chair that I've occupied?" "Yes, I am," Adaobi replied, nodding. "But you can carry on with your notes. I don't need them at the moment." "Do you have more notes to copy?" she asked politely. "If there is, I would be pleased to help you." "But why do you ask?" Chidi inquired. "Because I like to keep busy. I don't want to stay idle since classes have not seriously started," the girl emphasized. "Unfortunately, I don't have any other yet," Chidi stated. "That's alright," the girl smiled as she said. "Thank you very much," Chidi expressed her gratitude. Upon finishing her notes, the new student Adaobi initiated a conversation with Chidi while sitting on her locker, and from there, they both got to know each other's names, and their conversation quickly turned personal, asking Adaobi about her background. Adaobi introduced herself and shared that she had been a boarding student from the time she began schooling, since kindergarten, and that's why they had never met despite having lived on the same streets. Adaobi hinted that some people tend to assume that boarding students are the most corrupt and irresponsible individuals on earth, and they are mostly lesbians and homosexuals. Trying to know Chidi's thoughts on that. All of that is entirely untrue, Adam. Chidi responded to that. I even overheard bullying students are irresponsible nuisances sent to school by their parents so they can enjoy their old age. Adobe added. That person must be careless with his as they remarked. The funny thing is, I've never subscribed to all these assumptions. I know that body students receive high quality education, which day students somewhat miss out on. I believe that those who wish to be corrupt will be corrupt. Both body students and day students are sent to school by their parents to achieve academic ambitions and make their parents proud in the future. Adobe continued, and they both agreed. Yeah, thank you, Ada, for a wonderful moment spent with you. I think it's time for me to retreat to my class as it remains 5 minutes before the break will be over, Chidi said amidst cheers. Chidi, a quick favor, please. Could you come and take a look at my textbooks to check if they are the recommended ones, since you are a year ahead of me in this school? Besides, I'm just a new student. Ada called out, inviting Chidi to inspect her books as she spent the entire day with Chidi. Oh yes, your parents are quite discerning. They know what is best for you and your future. I mean, the books they bought are the recommended ones. Chidi appreciated the insightful choice made by Ada's parents in buying the books for their child. Just as they were engrossed in their conversation, a sudden peal of the bell signaled the end of the break. Chidi hurriedly returned to her class. Chidi possessed not only a captivating appearance that couldn't be ignored, but also a commanding presence. Her engaging smile, accentuated by a tiny gap between her teeth, radiated charm and warmth. She was not only visually appealing but also intelligent, maintaining a and proper lifestyle. A mother of intelligence, striking resemblance to her mother in appearance, possessing a soft heart but never a soft touch to be deceived. Adobe's polite and humble behavior quickly endeared her to Chidi, and Ada's love for Chidi for so many reasons started to grow. They discovered that they had so much in common, including their love for keeping busy and their disdain for idle gossip, and that they had a affinity for each other like long-lost sisters. After this their first encounter, their friendship quickly became the talk of the school. Other students perceived their friendship as one built on a solid foundation, akin to that of blood sisters. The envy of a few students who harbored ill will did not deter them. Rarely did a day pass without them seeing each other. Their conversations mostly revolved around education, future careers, and topics of mutual interest. They both remained dogged in their commitment to their studies. Notably, whenever Chidi ranked first in her class, Ada would achieve same results, showcasing their shared determination to succeed in their academic pursuits. Despite attempts by some students to follow their example, but they keep failing, others resorted to trying to tarnish their reputations. However, Ada and remained steadfast in their friendship and academic pursuits. One visiting day, their families met and discovered a surprising connection, for they have heard several existed between their daughters. On that day, they discovered that Adobe's father and Chidi's father were old friends from neighboring villages when they were still very tender. This revelation strengthened the bond between the two families and solidified the friendship between Chidi and Adobe. Chidi and Adobe became known for their exemplary behavior and academic excellence. They supported each other in every aspect, from studying together to sharing personal stories. Their friendship, built on a solid foundation of trust and mutual respect, became an inspiration to their peers. Their school mothers, who were older students, as Ada became the school daughter to Senior Macy's friend, Ifeakachi Ihim, who was the deputy, crucial role in mentoring and nurturing their friendship. They provided guidance, support, and material gifts, and advising them spiritually as well, ensuring that Chidi and Dada had everything they needed to succeed. During the second term holiday, Chidi and Dada enrolled in extramural classes, staying ahead in their studies. One afternoon, they received a surprise visit from their school mothers, Mercy and Ifeakachi. This visit further solidified the bond between the girls and their mentors and that of their families. Chidi's parents warmly welcomed them, and we are reassured of Chidi's well-being and good behavior at school. The visit extended to Ada's house, where her parents also welcomed the two families, and their school daughters' mentors reinforced the support system around Chidi and Adobe, ensuring their continued success and exemplary conduct at school. This series of events marked the beginning of a deep and enduring friendship between Chidi and Dada, one that would withstand the test of time and challenges, providing that true friendship can be as strong as family ties. Before the conclusion of that year's term, their school mothers left school after completing their senior secondary certificate examinations (SSCE). They experienced a sense of regret over the separation. Despite the physical distance, they maintained communication by sending letters and assignments online to Chidi and Adam, eager to monitor the students' academic progress. To their surprise, Chidi and Ada performed better than expected, leaving their ex-school mothers astonished. They bestowed upon these children. Despite their affluent backgrounds, Missy and Ifeakachi had also remained down to earth, just dedicated to their studies and their future. Chidi and Ada diligently adhered to all the school's principles, which made them to earn their principal's deep affection. The principal, aware of their exemplary conduct and outstanding performances, took the initiative one afternoon to invite them to her well-illuminated office that was typically off limits to students without pressing matters related to the principal. The students regarded the principal's office as an inner sanctuary. The principal, Mrs. Ezioku, sent a student to summon Adobe and Chidi, who ran tirelessly to relay the message to them in their different classes. The news stirred curiosity among other students, who eagerly mopped around them for hints. Chidi initially was breathless, but later reassured herself after a few moments, reminding herself that there was no cause for alarm. Ada, on her part, unaware that their hard work had lifted them from obscurity. Marching with springy steps to the principal's office, Ada turned to Chidi and asked, "Excuse me for asking, Chidi, do you have any idea why the principal wants to see us?" "Who knows, but let's keep our fingers crossed," Chidi replied. Upon reaching the office threshold, Chidi pressed the doorbell and they were promptly ushered in. The principal made arrangements for them to sit down. In their school uniforms, they quietly sat down. "I, Mrs. Ezioku, the principal of this esteemed school," the principal began, "wanted to meet with you girls. I've heard and observed your exemplary behavior and outstanding performances in this school. You've been on the side of the angels, behaving morally and giving a commendable account of yourselves. Therefore, I want to, because it's important to reward good behavior. Please never carry your shoulders too high, as doing so might invite failure. Take my word for it, nothing succeeds like success. Pay attention to your teachers and keep the momentum going so that the reputation of your families and that of our school can be upheld." After an extensive conversation with the students, the principal, including 2 long notebooks, a ballpoint pen, a math set, and a pair of stockings for each student as positive reinforcement, as they were about to express their thanks The principal surprised them again by opening her refrigerator and offering 2 cans of pepper. However, yielding to the persistent offer, they obliged and thanked her, and then hurriedly returned to their respective classes. No doubt, the principal's injunction has sent their spirits soaring. The inquisitives and gossips in their different classes approached them immediately to hear from them concerning their mission with the principal. Some referred to them as shadowy pals, while others labeled them intellectual snobs. But Ada and Chidi kept the purpose of their visit with the principal secret, treating it as a pact, only decided to share the details with their parents when they get back during the midterm break. During the midterm break, the students dispersed to their various destinations and were welcomed warmly by their parents and siblings. In the evening, as the whole family gathered in the parents as well as Ada as they had planned, their parents offered more encouragement and cautioned them to be wary of the company they keep, both now and in the future, and to fight for their bright future and to steer clear of a profligate lifestyle. The two families visited the principal to express gratitude for the fabulous gifts and to inquire more about their daughter's academic performances. The principal was delighted to see such lovable and friendly families, especially noting their high IQ, and this strengthened their relationship with the principal, with Chidi's father becoming the chairman of the PTA meeting in their school and Ada's dad assuming the role of an aide. Ada and Chidi burned the midnight candle during the midterm break in their various homes, shutting themselves away in their study rooms, for they knew it was a sporting chance of getting themselves prepared for the forthcoming examination. They suddenly visited each other this period and neither overstayed their welcome. That time, Chidi and Ada broke the records. They were both in the top stream in their various classes. Chidi maintained her consistent first position, securing 14 A's across all the 14 subjects offered in their school. Similarly, Ada claimed the same position with the problem in solving it, but with the help of her friend Chidi, she had gradually come to master the subjects. The outstanding result that time was something that called for celebration. Nevertheless, Ada's father reproached her for earning a C instead of A's in all her subjects, urging her to strive for straight A's in her next results. Be that as it may, her parents presented her with a gift to provide further encouragement. On the other hand, Chidi was taken for a meal at an exclusive fast food joint in their vicinity, and upon returning home that day, her father surprised her with a thoughtful package containing clothes and 2 pairs of shoes, while her mother gifted her a gold wristwatch. Ada shared her joy with Chidi when Ada visited her the next day. Ada told Chidi that she would be coming over to their house since they are on holiday for her to take her more on mathematics, to which Chidi readily agreed, but asked Ada why she was looking subdued as she noticed her not so happy demeanor. Chidi, the embarrassment I received from my dad on Friday was better experienced than told, Ada answered tearfully, but Chidi helped to wipe the tears off her face. Chidi stood, gazing pitifully at her friend Ada as she shared what happened between her and her family with her over her results, and said, since you secured the first position, okay then, don't sweat it, I will help you to improve your numeracy skills as I had promised to. I will help you to learn and master that subject that has kept you downcast since I'm receiving your result on Friday to the sum total of my knowledge. So dear, cool it and don't get too depressed. For tomorrow will be better, I pray. Chidi promised with a sweet smile, reminding her that one setback does not define her, and she has the capability to excel in all subjects. During this period, who had got admission to study law and banking and finance respectively at same university, and that really gladdened their hearts. Throughout their holiday period, Chidi and Ada had been on with their rigorous study routine, focusing mainly on mathematics. and others. Chidi shared her tips and methods for understanding complex problems, and together they tackled difficult exercises. Gradually, Ada's her mathematical abilities gradually improved thanks to Chidi's patient guidance. As the next time began, meanwhile, their friendship continued to flourish and they became more integrated into their school rules and regulations and all its activities. Their exemplary behavior and academic success still earned them the admiration and respect of both students and teachers. Despite the occasional envy from some of their classmates, Chidi and Ada remained focused on their goals and maintained their integrity. One sunny afternoon, during their visit to the library, Ada and Chidi stumbled upon an ancient-looking book titled The Tortoise and the Drum, an African folktale about. They borrowed it and decided to read it together in the serene garden area of the school. As they delved into the stories on that day, they were captivated by the rich cultural heritage and the wisdom embedded in the tales. The tortoise and the drum resonated deeply with them. It was about a clever tortoise who, through wisdom and perseverance, managed to obtain a magical drum from the Sky King. The drum, when beaten, would produce bountiful food and gifts. However, the tortoise's greed led to his downfall, teaching the valuable lesson of contentment and the consequences of greed. Inspired by the story, Chidi and Ada decided to share it with their classmates during the school's cultural day event. They carefully prepared a dramatic reenactment, incorporating traditional costumes, music, and dance. Their performance was a resounding success, drawing applause and admiration from the entire school. The story's moral lesson resonated with everyone, reminding them of the importance of contentment and humility. This experience further strengthened the bond between Chidi and Ada. They realized that their friendship, like the folktales, was a treasure trove of wisdom, support, and shared values. They vowed to continue nurturing their bonds and supporting each other in their academic and personal growth. As the school year progressed, both girls, Ada and Chidi, excelled in their studies and extracurricular activities. Ada's improvement in mathematics was remarkable, and she began to enjoy the subject rather than fear it. Chidi continued to shine in all her subjects, consistently achieving top marks. Please, Adam, can I get something across to you? Something is going our way, but you don't know, said Chidi's classmate. What could that be? Hope Ada, would you ever believe that your friend Chidi could ever think something of a perpetrate in your life? Look at how she's going about telling her classmates that since your dad was duped in his assigned contract, that being supplied with some fake materials. As a result, there is a slack in his business. Hence, her dad has taken the responsibility of catering for the loss and caring for the both families. Yet, your dad is not gratified with the offer, telling him to still lend him some sumptuous amounts for him to start a new contract. See, be it known to you that anybody that eats with the devil must use long spoon. I've been telling you severally that she's not what a friend, but a melancholic viper. Don't mind that sham but are short, hungry for knowledge. There was even a time I overheard her telling her neighbors to her one sunny afternoon during long break that you were strapped for cash, that she should lend you some money on the understanding that you will pay it back later. But up till now, you don't even talk about it, let alone paying up. You mean she said all that? I can't believe this, Ada asked in shock. She did not just say it, she blabbed about it. Live your life to the fullest. Time is too short for pleasure, Chikwe further said. Lest did Ada know that all were scurrilous remarks against her beloved Chidi. Chikwe's mission was to sow seed of discord between them because she's too envious of their relationship and how well they performed in their academics and how everyone admires them. This is getting interesting, but stop talking in riddles, Chikwe. How? Tell me how you mean, Adam. Do you mean that I should live my life to the fullest? But time is too short for pleasure. Sorry, but have I been living in dungeon? Ada asked amid surprise. Haba, should I put everything in word of one syllable for you? What that phrase means in so many words is that I want to inculcate it in your mind that a beautiful, adorable, dashing and glad-looking girl like you should never allow her beauty to just die away like a morning dew before the grass. Show yourself to the world and get whatever you want. Blah, 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 blah means that you should get out imprisonment kind. Use your smile to achieve a lot from people. Instead, use what you have and get what you want. Sha, you might be confused because you are quite inexperienced in the game, acclimatized with the whole thing when the time comes. If only we hit what I just told you. So, if you don't mind, I had many of them in Galon. I can arrange one for you. They are the ones that help me stay afloat in this school. Chikwe still bent on suffocating the good relationship that had long existed between Chidi and Adam. Look, Chikwe, I can do everything, but selling myself for money is what I will never do in my entire life. Ada warns. Please stop beating about the bush and vividly go straight to the point if you have any other thing to say, said Ada. So, for how long would you stop being her pudu? Who? That sanctimonious, non-entity, insignificant friend of yours. Please, enough of these name callings on my Chidi, Ada said, feeling quite topsy-turvy. Was I talking to a brick wall? Chikwe said, shrugging her shoulders. Alright, what is your take about what I've told you? Look, Chikwe, I can do everything, but selling myself out for money is what I will never do in my entire life. One day, Kasara, Ada's class neighbor, who was eavesdropping to Ada and Chikwe's conversation that first day, but pretended as if she was reading, approached Ada to advise her to withdraw in good order from such relationship with Chikwe. She met Ada crying, recalling over all Chidi's kind gestures to her despite her disloyalty towards Ada, who was lost in words, simply told Kasara that there were times when unexpected people's kindness makes us cry. How do I approach Chidi again? Ada asked, stirring in her own juice. Chikwe is Chidi's classmate who bears some evil grudges against Chidi just because she's very successful in her academic ambition, coupled with her adorable physique. One afternoon during short break, Chidi had just gone to the staff room to submit her class written assignments to the economics teacher. After some intervals, Chikwe meandered through the staff room to the economics teacher's table, sorted out Chidi's assignment book. She cancelled some of the answers she had supplied, leaving the space blank. Chidi could not figure out who was playing that wicked prank on her when the assignment book disseminated in the class. She was very sure she had supplied the correct answers to the questions without even cancelling, hoping one day she would catch the perpetrator. As God would have it, the mathematics teacher, Mrs. Chikere, caught Chikwe at her cubicle when she was trying to mingle Chidi's assignment book with the rest of the students one day after having cancelled the correct answers and had supplied the wrong answers to Chidi's work. The teacher was very mad at her and immediately sent for Chidi. Mrs. Chikere demanded that Chikwe's should be brought to her to make verifications. It appeared obvious that the wrong answers were supplied by Chikwe. She pronounced that Chikwe should be given a 2-week suspension and on after her meeting with the principal about that. Chidi fell down on her knees, pleading with the teacher to give Chikwe the benefit of the doubt. Mrs. Chikere pointed out that she will never go scot-free, that she should be punished so she will realize the gravity of her offense. Because Chidi kept interceding on her behalf, she was made to cut grasses for the whole day, and she was even too proud to appreciate Chidi. But Chidi didn't give a damn to all her actions. All the school was agog to Chikwe's misconduct. She doesn't know how to put two words together to make a good sentence. She always stirs up trouble in the school, breaking good relationship among people by spreading false information. Anytime she comes across Chidi and Ada chatting, she will stare at Chidi in strong-faced silence. After the incidents, Chikwe was caught by the teacher on duty one fateful afternoon as she was trying to scuttle away from their school Apianwe open hole. But unfortunately for her, Chidi, who was walking around the school premises with the teacher, pleaded on her behalf that she would turn a new leaf. And luckily for her, she was pardoned. The teacher told her to obviate from such acts, which leads to no rain, and that if she doesn't retreat now, she will be opening a Pandora's box for her future. Without so much of a thank you, she ran back to the class. After some couple of days, Chidi solely caught her in mufti walking down to the school toilet to change to her day wear. Strictly speaking, Chidi told her that she doesn't want to be a snitch by reporting her to the school authorities. If Chidi went by the rule book, Chikwe would have been given an expulsion, but she just gave her the grace period to turn a new leaf. Instead of Chikwe to feel remorse and appreciate Chidi's kind gestures, she just shrugged her shoulder rudely and went back to the hostel. Chidi felt slighted but calm. Solitary taking the attendance of the prefect on duty, Phil, Chidi's back class neighbor, chipped in. Chidi, can you notice some abnormal changes in Ada's attitude lately? Could you believe that Ada is of late associating with that fountain of gossip called Chikwe, who sneaks out of the school at any series of grand balls? Are you blind deaf? Can't you see her vivacious lifestyle? Believe it or not, she has changed tremendously. Chidi, one problem, always give a flippant attitude on what you should be taken seriously. And what does that supposed to mean? Chidi asked Phil. Meaning that you always stick to your gun when it comes to matters like this. You think Ada is the be-all and end-all in her perfection? I am acutely aware of what I'm hinting to you now. In fact, I can't make you out at all, but it's time you could wake up and smell the coffee. Phil was somehow sure, but it was a pure supposition. Chidi does not want to involve herself in the predilections of the students' gossip, but she had a sneaking feeling that Ada had been avoiding her lately, for she has not seen or heard a squeak from her for some time now. Chidi on her side had been caught up in some classworks, running from pillar to post, answering calls from the school authorities, but she had the wish to see her swearing Ada on a fortnight to know how she had been coping without being aware that someone has been snipping at her. On hearing this stuff from Phil, she felt so flabbergasted and advised Phil to stay away from poking her nose into their affairs. She immediately stood on her 2 feet. No, Phil. If this is a joke or a benchmark, I will thank you to stop it and mind your own business. This is my soulmate you are talking about here. How can you say such derogatory things about Adam? For your information, better watch your tongue to avoid building a permanent web of no escape for yourself. Anyways, thanks for your concern about us, but never step your feet to my corner with such frivolities again, for I might not listen to such malarkey, okay? Chidi protested and snorted fervently without knowing that there is something to the rumors about Ada and Chikwe. The next day, Chidi remembered it was Ada's birthday. She hurriedly strolled to Ada's hostel with one wrapped parcel. Hooray, Ada, I've got you a little something just to say happy birthday to you. Have you forgotten is your raising a maniac look Ada exploded. Enough, get stuffed. You can stick to your offer, you cheating. How could you think of dragging my family name to the mud after all these years of irresponsible charm? Little did I know I was making a fool of myself. Girl, has my dad ever gone so broke by borrowing money from your dad? Have you ever heard that my dad is quite incapable and incompetent of caring for his family? And have you ever seen me going one thing in this school, let alone stooping to the level of borrowing money from you, Chidi? Why would you go to the extent of stabbing me in the back? Chidi, my beloved. Who the heck do you think you are? Ada sobbed out, spurning Chidi's offer. Listen and listen good. I want you as from this moment to start keeping your nose out of my life. I am sick and tired of all this relationship with you. Chidi stood numbed by Ada's open confrontation. I declare I cannot pander to your every whim, okay? I have freedom of choice in this school, same as everyone else. Adieu, Ada further said as she walked out on Chidi, immediately to a no rain. Chidi left with sheer poetry to her hostel, knowing fully well that talking at that point would be like setting her up. She was mortified to hear such a nasty words of acrimony from her chum. Calmly retracing to her hostel with some thoughts that were pondering in her innocent heart. Why all this brutal and blatant assault from Madame? Is she really out of her mind? No, I can't believe this. There must be something at the bottom of it. From the sublime to the ridiculous. Surely not. The devil will never succeed. Oh, Phil must be right. How could Ada lose her marbles just in a wink? Warning me for what I don't know any dickens about. I must unravel this issue to know who is actually fooling who. Chidi thought. She had a rough night thinking why Ada's sudden outburst, oozing some scalding tears. She had decided to take the rough with the smooth in anything she sees in life. During long break the next day, Chidi summoned Ada, Chikwe and Kosara, who had also told Chidi about Ada's conversations with Chikwe the first day she saw them discussing, and who also heard snatches of Ada's outburst on Chidi the other day to substantiate Chikwe's solid gossip against her. She knew Chikwe was the bone of contention in that blackmail. Surprisingly, Chikwe could not utter any iota of words. She only stood her head bowed in shame. Ada finally sussed out that Chikwe was not telling her the truth, but was seeking for a way of putting asunder. Backing off, Chikwe later turned and walked out on them without showing any suggestion of explanation or remorse. Chidi has made up her mind that, come what may, that she must bury the hatchet. Ada felt humiliated with sudden pang of remorse. Retracing back to their various classes, Ada burst out in tears, recounting over Chidi's kind gestures to her despite her misconception towards them. Kosara then walked up to her to know why the shedding of tears, and Ada, who was lost in words, simply told Kosara that there are times when unexpected kindness from people do make us cry. How do I approach Chidi again? Ada asked, stirring in her own juice. And believe me, there is no iota of substance in what Chikwe had told you, Kosara declared and continued. Anyway, there is nothing to shed tears for. Just pick up the courage, make a bold step and talk everything over with your beloved Chidi, for boldness is also being counted as a virtue. So try to make it yours too. Today all hope is not lost. Though I don't wish to interfere, but I have this to tell you, Jane. Never you lose your amity with Chidi, and never mind some malevolent students in this school. Chidi is the sure person one can solely count on as a friend in this school. Never allow anyone to steal your happiness and joy by taking advantage over you. And believe you me, immediately they've seen that your dream is battered, they will quickly go and mend fences with that person they portrayed as your antagonist. Believe me, those are some of the little mysteries. They were finally caught up, heralding that the long break was over. They quickly rushed back to their various classes. After night break same day, Kosara approached Ada again. Have you made up with Chidi yet? Waiting for an opportune time. Oh, come on, girl. Why don't you go over and make up immediately? Cause Sarah, it's not a cinch of a thing to do, but hope to do that at my own convenience. Okay, there's only one sure way of doing that, and that is to meet her and have a one-on-one with her, cause Sarah suggested. Just try it, Adam. You never know. She might forgive you. There is no warrant in harboring grudges in the heart. Though I don't wish to interfere, but for that girl Chikwe, you ought to give her a matching order and withdraw in good order, for I can see that she doesn't want you to succeed in life. It's an accomplished fact that she's anything but a bad news. Please don't wish your life away. I wish you luck, Sarah advised. With a pile of books in her arms coming out from the physics lab, Chidi met Chikwe retreating to the class. She then found an opportunity to interact with her again and to give her a piece of word if at all she will ever hit to it. Excuse me, Chikwe, can I have a word with you? No props, Chikwe said after moistening her lips. Chikwe told Chidi that she didn't mean to harm her concerning the gossip, that she only wanted to be helpful, but her action has had a wrong effect. She lied. Look, girl, to say that I was satisfied with the atrocious act is patently untrue. How could you come to mudslinging with my name, making my ex-pal Adam to react harshly on me? All the same, I appreciate the criticism, for it has imbued with me more knowledge of people and the things happening in our milieu. I warn you, girl, deviate from this mendacious act before it will be too late for you. Just live your life wholesomely, for nobody is born to backslide but to move forward. We are all born for a greater future with different talents to excel in this world. Also, mind you, there is no panacea for a success living but hard work. How will it profit you if you gain the whole world and suffer the loss of your own soul? This world is like a piano. What you get out of it is just how you play it. Let's just beat swords into plowshares because no one knows tomorrow, Chidi expressed without meaning to appear patronizing, while Chikwe gave out a sardonic smile and left. What Chidi told her gave her pause for thought concerning her attitude towards her, but she later relapsed into her old way again. How could I allow her get me into this mess? Why could I have taken in by her false gossip? Why could I have listened to such a scuttlebutt? All I have to do now is to sort out the mess I've gotten myself into. Ada cogitated, taking a bold step to apologize for her uncanny outburst to Chidi. Please, Chidi, can we still be friends again? Why not? If not, forget it. It's all in the past. Siri, I still love you and will forever stick by you. Be frank, Siri, I couldn't put up with that fiendish look in your face that fateful afternoon. What in heaven's name do you have in common with weaklings and indolent girls we have here who go about marauding good relationships? How can you be so casual observant of what is happening around you? And then how does it feel giving yourself the fair crack of the whip? Don't you know that some people are not quite happy with us? I was totally somnolent towards that audacious confrontation from you. But why stoop to such a malleable degree? Why did we allow an enemy to entrap us, Chidi friends? If you pardon me, I felt absolutely embarrassed by that polemic barrage. How you got it all wrong, but I just have to let it pass. Besides, I didn't want to be such a hothead, for I knew definitely it was a green snake in the green grass. How I wish Chikwe could stick to her meeting without poking her nose into people's affairs. I adjure you in the name of everything to stop whatever relationship you have with her in the mainstream. We must try to live with the spirit of mutual trust and understanding. It's your opportunity to just down the plug hole by allowing to weaken your position in this school. Chidi intimated emotional nourishment. Chidi couldn't put it past Chikwe to act devilishly, for she had been giving her some smothering hostilities. Anytime Chidi approaches her, she would just keep a face. Beloved, if you can pardon my expression for such acts, it was a terrible mistake I made, but come what may, you remain my pride and joy. Ada said as she brought out her hand as a peace offering to her pal. She gave Chidi her solemn word that she will never listen to such idle talk again. Sweetie, I still love and cherish you. Do not live on the past of what has happened. I still have same genuine feelings for you, and you will still be my forever soulmate. You are my alter ego. Chidi cheered in a subtle voice, and Ada smiled ruefully as the pregnant pause broke out in their midst. With the passage of time, Ada later regained her former self again, putting all the pleasures aside. Ada enjoyed Chidi's poetic tone and poise as she talked about the whole thing. It was a poetic justice that Chikwe was caught by the principal, Mrs. Ibako, the next morning. As she was touring around the school premises, Chikwe was trying to smuggle in her verse into the school compound. Interestingly, the principal waited patiently to know what was going on. Behold Chikwe gallivanting through the Appian Way, their school open hall. It was then that the scales fell from her eyes and she took notice of Chidi's innocent behavior and intercession, but it was too late. Immediately, she was summoned by the principal during morning assembly that very day. Her hands began to palpitate, but she couldn't help the situation at hand. She had been going to ball games on the slide for months. She used to sneak out of the school once everyone is having their peaceful slumber. Chidi quoted in her heart, "He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty." But felt for Chikwe, who was summarily expelled from school same day outrightly. Good riddance to her. The whole school was as quiet as the graveyard on hearing Chikwe's abnormal behaviors. Ada would have been on a sticky wicket with Chikwe if only she had vowed to what she had told her. Use what you have and get what you want. Ada was all joy for having someone like Chidi. She would have also been a victim. Chidi was given plenary powers as a senior prefect to help guide the students' behavior by the principal together with the rest of the school functionaries elected. The whole students were in seventh heaven when Chidi was declared as an incumbent SP of the school. Officially, Chidi was called upon to express herself. She was totally dumbstruck, for she knew that it is an uphill task, knowing quite well the stresses and strains of trying to model or shape your fellow human beings. She observed protocol and managed to say some few words. All protocol duly observed. Thank you for the honor bestowed on me as the new senior prefect of this gallant school. In a nutshell, you all know that being the school functionary is an onerous task. All we need from you is just to give us your maximum cooperation, for in unity we stand and divided we fall. Please, I urge you, let's stand in unity, for I believe that together we shall weather the storm. Let's work in oneness with each other to maintain the status quo of this noble institution. I'm much obliged to you all," Chidi expressed. Her profundity speech was greeted with a thunderous applause from the entire students and staff, assuring her of their pledged cooperation. The students responded positively with Chidi's plea on the day she was made the senior prefect, smartening up their acts. The principal and the entire staff smoothed the path by standing by her always. Any culprit was given the punishment that benefits their acts. The next meeting of all the school functionaries with some few number of principal present. During the meeting, she discussed some normative guidelines with the prefects based on their various posts on how to handle the students in a normal, acceptable way. She acquitted herself honorably well. She had the nerves to make good practical decisions, making them to be scrupulous on how to treat the junior ones in their school. This marveled the principal and the staff. She made a giant stride in shaping the students' lives, both morally, socially, and otherwise. Her objective was to revive the image of the school by slowing off the bad characters and slothful lives of some students in their school, not minding that it's a tough road to hoe. She introduced the idea of hosting class meeting in various classes every Thursday, an inter-class quiz and essay competition. Has God been by her side? There has been lots of revolutions in the students' conduct. The school has lately been enjoying a tremendous change in the power structure of the school functionaries brought about by CHIDI'S initiatives. CHIDI handled her post of the senior prefect with a great ideal of panache, to the amazement of the school authorities. It's quite obvious to notice some seismic changes in the students' modus vivendi. They thank God for the opportunity of having a figure like Chidi in their school. She handled all the problems from the students with great aplomb. Out of Chidi's social conscience, she mingled herself with the rest of her schoolmates by giving them some insights in their studies. Those that are out of the ones she has, the weak she encourages to keep plowing ahead. Above all, she lends a sympathetic ear to the students in helping to solve their problems and giving them a sure way of untying the knots. Many students use her as a sounding board in that school. She's really a shoulder to cry on and the paragon of excellence. In the interim of her post as the senior prefect of the school, there was a mathematics competition to be organized by the London Dons in London. The competition would be contested by the best 3 special science schools in Nigeria. Each school should be represented by 2 candidates, one from SS3 and the other from SS2 class. As God would have it, their school was the first to be chosen. After some critical written and oral interrogations, Chidi was a prime target to be chosen from SS3 class, while Ada was skinned off from SS2 as the ones who could bring the trophy to their school. All the necessary arrangements were made for them to travel to London for the competition. 2 weeks later, declaration was made that all the contestants should assemble at Nnamdi Azikiwe Airport for their departure to London. Their parents were right behind them, with the staff and some students of their school praying and wishing them well. There were some emotional tears trickling down Adam and Chidi's face, but they finally found the nerve to stay aloof. They made a soft landing in London, the foreign soil of the United Kingdom. Viewing some they were really right up with the rest of the contestants, frolicking, chatting and sharing some sweet smiles. They were equipped with comfortable apartments, sumptuous meals, enough exercise, enough fun and much time to study. They enjoyed a rolling time touring around London, meeting and sharing some fun with the people they met who were so nice to them. It was a great fun to behold. The next day was the day set apart for the almighty competition. Chidi and Ada's main target was to reason to the challenge, praying that God will not leave them alone. The way and manner they answered all the questions put across to them was a big surprise to everyone present. Their comportment was excellent. They really acquitted themselves well throughout their stay in London. After the contest, the result was immediately released, with Restream's award of scholarship for Ada and Chidi at the Oxford University London to study any course of their choices to a master's level, and a gift cash of $100,000 to the school. And for Chidi and Ada, as their school was declared the winner with that August award. Hooray! Their school scooped the prestigious prize. Other schools were given some cash prizes of commiserations. Their parents, Senior Messi, Ifaka, and Tivelda, who are all happily married to men of substances after their university graduations, were all riding high when they got hint of the offer. Chidi and Ada rocked their school as well, announcing this great achievement from that mathematics competition. That day stood as the most memorable day in that school since its existence. They had been coming top in many interstate and inter-school competitions, but this one is something too marvelous to express. 2 days later, Ada and Chidi made their way down to the fatherland. They were welcomed by the traditional dancers club of their school, and the fatted cow was killed, showing how thrilled the school was. All the students held them in sheer awe for this achievement. In fact, Ada and Chidi's joy cannot be measured, remembering that they will still study at the Oxford University London to study up to master's level. There's a richly rewarding relationship. Their successful achievement has put everyone through their paces, bringing out the best in each and every one of them. Ada and Chidi staged a sit-ins and protested with some mild words that they would want their parents and siblings with them as they traveled to study in London. After some series of contemplations, their folks were readily slotted in well by the board that sits for competition and immigration of these students. There was a fortune smiles on their faces as their request was duly granted. When Chidi was concerning the leadership post of the SP, she held to her successor before the SSSC, that's Senior Secondary School Certificate Examination, for her to meet up with the day scheduled for their final departure to London. This was made possible by the principal helping to obtain permission in Anambra State, Nigeria. Ada and Chidi read with keep flying A's in all the subjects they registered, making their school to become oversubscribed. Within 2 months after their exams, a send-forth party was organized for the outgoing students. Seeing Chidi and Ada alighting from Ada's daddy's fresh limo car, there came a pause of students surrounding them, sobbing because to some they might not meet again. Ada and Chidi were lucky to be among those who will be receiving the sacrament of confirmation the upper week, as was announced during the event, so everything worked together for them. The send-forth was attended by well-to-do individuals of Chidi and Ada's parents, friends, relatives, those from different walks of life, prominent individuals and more. Everyone admires and respects Ada and Chidi's vision and how far they have come and where they are going. Some see them as products of grace, while some see them as two individuals who have taken the hunt to become greater in life. So many cash and gift prizes were showered on them, and everyone was given a souvenir each that had Ada and Chidi's picture branded on it. Their joy could not be curtailed. So many parents and guardians who attended wished their kids were Ada and Chidi due to so many good strides they heard about them, coupled with the reading of their bibliographics shattering corners till they reached to this level in their lives. After 2 weeks of their send-forth party, Ada and Chidi and their families got their visas to travel to London in the following week. Hence, all preparations were adequately taken care of and their flight tickets had already been paid. Chidi and Ada also received their admission letters, and every fee had been paid for them till their master's program in that school. All the books, the accommodation and others had been taken care of, and this left their parents in awe. Traveling to London was so sweet a journey for the two families, though their fathers would be touching Nigeria each time they failed to monitor and see how their businesses are faring, and would go back for their other engagements in London, as the both parents also were secured some goods over there with the appointment letters already sent to them, which they would be resuming a week after they are settled in London, and the job offers came with so many benefits attached to them. They were over the moon. Before they traveled, they went to the kids' school to appreciate the principal and their teachers, and they never cease to book mass every Sunday for God's will to be perfected in their lives and in the lives of their children and their well-wishers. When they got to London, things were so easy for them because all provisions were made for them and God was involved in all this. They did not go through any illegal way to attain these heights, and their parents are happy to have trained their children well, both socially, religiously, and academically. They are now enjoying the fruits of their labor. Ada and Chidi's family houses are not far from each other's, but Chidi and Ada lived in the school hostel, for that will help them to know more about the school from their roommates and those within. At school, they fired on and never relented at all. The rest of their siblings are also doing well in their various academic fields and keep making their parents proud. Because of their studious and industrious nature, passing their term papers were simple and easy things for them. Even those in their school keep wondering the kind of brain they both have. Ada and Chidi embraced their journey and discovered more of their hidden potentials. Things were so easy for them. Everyone likes them and would want to be their friends. They are on scholarship. They decided to be working and be going to school so they will know how the real world feels, and that never made their grades to drop even for one bit. They became the sought after students in their places of work. Ada works as a tech student, and the hospital Chidi works a student doctor had made reservations for them that immediately they graduate, they should come and start working full time. But they kept that within them and knew they would search for the best place to work after their graduation. As they graduated from school and started working full-time in the best hospital and tech firm in London, respectively, they decided to help secure jobs for Senior Mercy, Ifaka, and Auntie Velda there in London based on their area of expertise. This came as a shock to them when their appointment letters got to them. Adam and Chidi had collected their CVs before they traveled to London, though they are already working in Nigeria, and helped arrange them properly and started sending them out and meeting different firms on those ladies' behalf. And because of how their brilliant stories had gotten to the ears of the managers of those firms, they decided to help out, and seeing that those CVs had much of what they wanted, and they were satisfied that those ladies were products of inestimable. So many whites and blacks kept disturbing Ada and Chidi, seeking to settle down maritally with them, but they chose to marry once they are done with their master's program. Any man that comes, they will tell them to go and acquire from God, while they would also do same if really are the right ones for each other. Honestly, marriage was the least thing in their mind while in school, but you can't hide beauty, hard work, and good behavior. Those virtues are like perfume that spread out. Any man who had the opportunity of interacting with them, their simple humility, intelligence, good manner, and hard work endear many people to them. They both got engaged to their respective God-ordained fiancés the day they finished writing their final papers in their master's program, after so many periods that waited for them to be done with their academic programs since they were in the university. Chidi got married to the best brain in software programming in London, while Ada got married to a surgeon, a medical doctor based there in London, but was also transferred to Canada. Their traditional marriages were done in the southeastern part of Nigeria, one week interval. They visit each other at random, and they had toured many countries as regards to their professions. Chidi's dad never failed to redeem or fulfill the promise he made by building the best magnificent hospital in Chidi's name in Anambra State, Nigeria, and they equipped it with all the necessary things. They share their journey from the halls of their secondary school to their triumphs in Canada and in the United Kingdom. The village elders of their communities and their past and present principals and other staff who some had watched them grow beamed with pride. Chidi spoke first, her voice filled with emotion. Good day and welcome to this auspicious occasion, fam. As nothing succeeds as success and hard work. Truly, our journey was not easy. We faced many obstacles, but we never gave up. We supported each other, believed in our dreams, and remained true to our values. Ada added, after she had greeted, "We sincerely want you all to know that no dream is too big and no challenge too great. With determination, resilience, and the support of those who love you, anything is possible." The crowd erupted in applause as they were moved by their story of friendship, triumph over adversity. Chidi and Ada had not only achieved their dreams but had also become role models to others, showing that with a strong determination and the support of true friends, one can overcome any obstacle. In the end, Chidi and Ada's story was not just one of friendship but also a modern-day folk tale of perseverance, wisdom, and enduring power of love and support between two kindred spirits. They knew that no matter where life took them, their bond was unbreakable, and their shared dreams and memories would always keep them connected. The story of Ada and Chidi teaches us that true friendship and strong determination can overcome any adversity. Their journey is a testament to the power of resilience, hard work, and the support of loved ones. No matter the challenges we face, with a strong bond and a shared vision, we can achieve greatness and inspire others to do the same. Once upon a time, in the southeastern parts, there lived a young girl named Chidi. She was known throughout the city for her radiant smile, intelligence, gentle spirit, and kind heart. Each time she goes to school, her steps usually filled with excitement and curiosity. One fateful Monday morning in September, as Chidi became a boarding student, she had just finished her morning routine and had come to school. September is usually known with transition of students from one academic year to another in many secondary schools, marking the onset of a new section. That morning, Chidi stood leisurely in front of her class, ruminating and admiring the natural phenomena such as the birds of the air, flowers planted in their school premises, plants, and many others. Chidi literally found solace in this quiet observation since the school just resumed and classes had not started, as no teacher was ready to teach, as that day was used for students to